What's up, friends? My name's Aaron Ciotti. Everybody calls me Ciotti. I don't know how many videos I'm gonna have to get through before the song ends, but you know. Welcome to Monday giveaways. 4 giveaways tonight, 3 for patrons, 1 for everyone. And anyone. This is my full-time job. If you want to support me on this wild and woolly FPV adventure, head on over to CiottiFPV.com. Patreon helps me out the most. You can join for as little as $3 a month. For $5, $10, or $20 a month, you can get in on these giveaways. You can actually get in on tonight's giveaways by joining the Patreon within the next like half hour or so. So yeah, if you want to do that, it's a great time to join because it's the beginning of the month, so you'll get in on both of this month's giveaways. There's an Etsy store with a whole bunch of stickers. Look, new stickers. These are the previous Micro King stickers were round. These are die cut. That's the word I was groping for. And a whole bunch of others. If you're a car nerd like me, you might dig this Kill All Carbon sticker a la Hoonigan. There's some other fun stuff, holographic, old school stuff, OG logo. I think these are sold out. Nut Grabber, Clam Man. I haven't played Clam Man in a while.
諦めんなよ。諦めんなお前。どうしてそこでやめるんだそこで。もう少し頑張ってみろよ。ダメやめ諦めたら。周りのことを思うよ。応援してる人たちのことを思ってみろって。あともうちょっとのところなんだから。俺だってこのマイナス10度のところ、しじみが取れるって頑張ってんだよ。 ってみろ。必ず目標達成できる。だからこそNever give up.
There he is. Everybody needs a little bit more Clam Man in their life, especially if they're into FPV, because my God, does it make you want to quit. New school, Nintendo-ish holographic logo, magnets, all kinds of fun stuff over in the Etsy store. Head on over there, buy yourself something nice. Everything's kind of expensive because, you know, it's sort of like you're donating to the madness. You know, I'm not in the business of selling stickers. So everything is basically $5 over there. There's a whole bunch of really cool hardware over there too that might help you out with your Tiny Whoop builds. One of the really cool things that's over there are these JST 1.25 connectors for Tiny Whoops. If you have a newbie drone AIO, a newbie drone Tiny Whoop, you want these. So head on over and check them out. You'll find something that you like. There's a Teespring store with a bunch of cool t-shirts, mugs, sweatshirts, all kinds of stuff like that. There's a Fiverr page where you can work one-on-one with me. I do tuning, build planning, and flight instruction through the internet. Build planning is super helpful. If you've blown up one $80 ESC because you bought the wrong one, or you just bought one that blew up, you could have paid me that money for an hour of my time, and I could have guided you down the path of ESCs that don't catch on fire, which would save you time and money. So yeah, I've spent over 5 years in this hobby. I've got a cube over here and an IKEA Kallax that's probably got $3 or $4 grand in blown up stuff. I know what blows up. I know what doesn't blow up. I want to help you with that because man, is it frustrating. I help as many people as I can out here on the live streams. If you want to ask me questions here, you're going to just type CiottiFPV into the chat, and it's going to light up in orange like this so that I know you're talking to me. Or you can do a super chat if you want me to answer your question and you want to support the madness so that these live streams can continue. There's a whole bunch of affiliate links also over on CiottiFPV.com. Get FPV, FPV Crate, FPV Cycle, ohmygod.com, and a whole bunch of others. If you can remember to either switch your bookmarks with my affiliate links or switch your, I'll just type get into the URL bar. You can actually do that and then delete the regular getfpv.com link, and then go to my affiliate link, and then when you type get, it should drive to my affiliate link, and that way you don't have to really remember. It's free money, and it helps me out a huge amount. Keep on going, keep on doing these live streams, keep on sharing as much information as I possibly can with the FPV community. In the chat, News In's FPV was first, Apache Smoke, Wounded Sniper was next, Riot 9, Cheesehead FPV, Imp FPV, Bob Noxious, Richard, Northern Tier, King Turkey, Zalku, Kenny Kobe, Compost Pile, Grizz FPV, Paul McDonald, Family Guy for T-Bird. Oh, hey, by the way, speaking of Grizz FPV, if you guys have been playing along, I did that toothpick build, and I tried to get the Diamond VTX DVR to work, and I got real frustrated because I couldn't get the Diamond VTX DVR to work. I'm special. I was having so many problems because it's a nameless RC VTX DVR. After all the cursing and smashing and exploding, Grizz FPV was like, yo, send me that. I have a bunch of those Diamond VTX DVRs. I can definitely get it to work. I was like, great, get it out of my effing apartment. I sent it to him, and then he messages me when he gets it. He's like, You sure this is a Diamond VTX DVR? And as soon as he typed that, I was like, oh, it's a nameless, isn't it? So yeah, there's that. Shirt of the day from Blip Shift. Is this a Blip Shift shirt? I think this is not a Blip Shift shirt. This is a motorsports shirt because I've been playing Gran Turismo 7 non-stop since yesterday. It is real good on my PS4. The only thing is there's a bug where you can't live stream. When you go to live stream on the PS4, when you're running Gran Turismo 7, it just bombs. apparently they know about it and they're working on it. So that kind of stinks. I was super bummed out about that because I was really looking forward to, I know a bunch of you guys wanted to come along with me on my little journey through GT7. And you know, for like 1 second I was like, oh well, I can just wait. I can wait until they fix it, and then no. So I'm trying I'm trying to wait on certain things. Like I haven't built out a Miata yet. I'm gonna try to wait on that, so we can build out a Miata together. I have built out a Mazda 2 though. The first car that you get in the game, most Gran Turismo 7 games, is the Mazda Demio, which is the Mazda 2, which is my car. So yeah, I have one of those built out with like 280 horsepower. It's ridiculous. So yeah, at some point I'll be live streaming Gran Turismo 7. It's real good. If you're thinking about getting it, get it. It's really good on PS4. It's even better on PS5. Enough motorsport talk, though. For those of you that are new, motorsport was my previous obsession before FPV for the better part of, Christ, 20 years. I was an autocross and track day instructor for 8 or 9 years. Yeah, it's my one true love, but it's the best way to make $1 million, and kind of the only way to make $1 million in motorsport is to start with $2 million. It's an incredibly expensive hobby, and it's one that I haven't really revisited because, yeah, it's just too much money. But FPV gives me 90% of the adrenaline dump, and much cheaper, much safer. So yeah, FPV for life, maybe. Grizz FPV says, what's up, CiottiFPV? Wait, no, T-Bird FPV's in the chat. B-Man, Harbles, Dan636, Glenn Burnett, Kenny Kobe, Paul McDonald, Metal Dirtskin, Steady Eddie, Danzilla the Terrible, Family Guyver, Freelojo, Frank Nicholas, Nathan, Dead Checkin', Cool Cat, Dro, B-Man, Frank Nicholas, Brandon's Baked Beans, Family Guyver, Morton Upshot, Airwave, Riot 9, Seek of the Truths. Good God, lots of people in here. What's up, friends? Dan636, Family Guyver again, Cool Cat, B-Man, Bob Noxious, Airwave. I'm going to leave it there. If you want the gangliest of ganglies to read your name, you got to get in early. You got to say something in the chat. This is a Q&A stream as well, so tag me if you've got questions. We'll talk about them. Speaking of, Apache Smoke Wounded Sniper tagged me and said, good morning from Holland at 4 a.m. Good Lord. That's a hardcore fan right there. Riot 9 says, do you know about the Rotor Riot Community Spotlight for the NFL video? I did not until the end of Joshua Bardwell's stream when somebody typed it and I went and looked. That's pretty rad. Yeah, I'm on this month's Community Spotlight for the Kel football stream, or edit rather. A while ago, there was a discussion about when you post on Facebook. This is discussion all over like SEO world. When you post on Facebook, should you post a link to your YouTube videos and it puts up a thumbnail, and then you try, and the theory behind that is you're driving everyone to your YouTube channel, right? And that's what I subscribe to. There was people that argued it either way, and I went on that side. The flip side of that, there was people that said you should put your YouTube link, but you should also generate a second video that's optimized for Facebook and then upload that to the Facebook page so that people can click the thumbnail. I think where things changed, and I kind of missed this. Like, I noticed this change, but I didn't think through it. I think where things changed is when Facebook started to autoplay the videos that have been uploaded to Facebook. That NFL video, I posted that on Rotor Riot's channel, and for the first time ever, I generated a Facebook optimized version, little short clip, and uploaded that, and I put the YouTube link. I've never been on Community... Well, I guess I've been on Community Spotlight once before, maybe twice before, come to think of it. But, yeah. And I post all my edits. I've been posting all the YouTube links to all of my edits on Facebook for a long time on the Rotor Riot channel. So yeah, every time I do an edit now, there's a little bit more work, but that's okay. Now I know. So yeah, for you guys, when you do an edit, chop a little bit of it up. Go to Google, type in best Facebook editing, best Facebook export settings on, and then whatever. For me, it's Premiere. For you, maybe it's iMovie. Look it up, save a preset, and yeah, when you're done with your edits, chop a little portion of it up, kick that out. Actually, chop two bits of it. That way you can post it once, you can wait a week, you can post it twice, and you're not posting the same thing. You're posting the same link to drive to your YouTube video, but you can post two separate little, 30-second, 15-second, 60-second, whatever, bits, and you won't be spammy, right? So there you go. Bob Noxious says, what's up, collective? Imp FPV says, the Rotorite release must be visible in the viewer vounts. Viewer vounts? Wonder what he was trying to type. Grizz FPV says, what's up? Glenn Burnett tagged me and said, hola, senior gangles, collective. Family Guyver says, what's up, gangly man? Frank Nicholas dropping a link to CiottiFPV.com. Thank you, dude. Nathan says, did you see your Rotorite community spotlight? Sorry if you addressed this before. Thank you guys for letting me know. I would have had no idea. I don't watch many FPV videos on YouTube anymore. When I'm on YouTube, the majority of what I watch are motorsport related things. I've been into FPV for over 5 years. I've watched thousands and thousands and thousands of FPV videos on YouTube. I've kind of seen it all. I hate to say that, it sounds horrible, but I just have. And yeah, I don't get the fizz from watching FPV videos on YouTube like I used to. I'm pretty diehard on Joshua Bardwell's channel and Nick Burns' channel, Quad66, and a few other folks. But yeah, so if you get, you guys letting me know stuff like that is super, super, super appreciated, because I would have completely missed it. Carbon Cage says, show us your tits. Freeload Joe dropping a link to Patreon and Fiverr. Thank you, dude. 661 says, I'm here for Virgin FPV. For anybody that wasn't watching Joshua's live stream before this isn't going to make much sense. But for those of you that were, you're probably laughing as hard as I am at this. 661 FPV says, I'm here for Virgin FPV's linchpin V2 frame pics. Dan 636 says, sorry, can't stay around, gotta go to bed. Good night, FPV family. Danzilla, Xenakis FPV is in the house. Xenakis is the creator of FPV Exchange, a website that if you're not using, you're dumb. Xenakis is also an amazing human being, saving lives all day, every day, and then coming home and making cool shit for all of us to benefit from in FPV. FPVExchange.com, go check it out. It's the best way to sell or trade your FPV gear. It's also a really cool way to import everything that you've ever purchased from all the big websites, Pyrodrone, Get FPV, RDQ. You can import all of your purchases to FPV Exchange so that you have one big master list. So that when you think you lost something, but maybe you didn't actually buy it, you can look in one spot rather than having to look in 80 different spots. It's a great website. Get your asses on there or I will stab you in the face. Danzilla the Terrible says, you will surely accomplish your goal, never give up. Kenny Kobe says, live stream skills. Yeah, look at me. I haven't fucked up at all yet on this live stream. I just said fuck, though, so now I'm not, I don't know. I don't know what YouTube does. I think when you curse, they, like, kind of ding you a little bit, and they don't recommend you as much. They can suck my balls. 661 says, I blew my first AIO on my 85X, hit a tree kind of hard. 5-volt regulator just died. Oh, I'm guessing it was a voltage spike. Down with FPV, AIOs, rather, forever. AIOs are the scourge of FPV. Scroll. YouTube did the thing, so I'm scrolling back up. Seeker of the Truth said, let's see this frame. Bardwell hates without seeing it. 661 FPV says, Virgin FPV tag CiottiFPV. Cake Mank says, Virgin FPV wants to send you the picture. Virgin FPV, I've got a Discord channel. You can go to my website, CiottiFPV.com. Scroll down to the bottom. There's a link to Discord. Tag me, type CiottiFPV, and tell me when you've posted it in Discord, and I will absolutely show it on the stream. Abraham says the FPV Lux bag this month was Newbie Drone, and it included this dope little precision screwdriver, quality machine metal with the palm spinny. Used any of their tools? I have not used any of Newbie Drone's tools, but I've like kind of wanted to. Like whenever I see their tools, I'm like, ooh. I can't do that. That's bad. Yeah, their stuff is gorgeous. I'm actually about to do an order on Newbie Drone for a couple stupid little plugs that I need to put external receivers on their V3 boards. So, Abra, can you do me a gigantic favor? Can you message me on Discord a little reminder to check out their little precision, or just a link to it? One of the other cool things that I saw on Newbie Drone is bearing lube with a fine tip applicator. You can just like it doesn't matter if you use their like any old lube, like really thin lube. I keep saying the word lube. It's a dirty sounding word. But the problem with most lube, I'm gonna say, I just said it again. The problem with most lubes is that they have like a big fat. Oh. Oh boy, here we go. The problem with most lubes is that they have a big fat tip on them. Don't we all? I've had this Oust skateboard lube from back in the days when I used to downhill longboard like an idiot. I hurt myself. And it's got this tiny little pinpoint. It's hard to see, but there you can kind of see it. It's just like a tiny little pinpoint tip applicator. It's got a little tip, guys. It's got a little tip. My lube has a little tip. So does Newbie Drones. Newbie Drones got... They got you covered on your small tipped lube. So yeah, that's... Speaking of tools... Hey-oh! Oh, fuck. Yeah, there you go. Wow, that went off the rails in a hurry. ImpFPV says, what about some European affiliate links for us old world supports? I always look for your links, but they're mostly for us shipping. I don't really have, unfortunately, the only company that has offered to, that has allowed me to get set up on their affiliate programs that's outside of the US is Banggood. I do have a Banggood affiliate link. Yeah, that's kind of it. If those of you that are, so yeah, this is not the biggest channel ever, so it's hard, you know, I get tons of watch hours, but people don't understand the value of watch hours. Typically, they just think that subs is the only thing that matters. You know, subs can be very easily bought, so, you know, most folks just kind of don't get it, and it's a shame, but you can't really explain that to them, you know what I mean? So, for those of you that are overseas folks, the only thing that I can think of is, like, if when you're doing orders on these overseas sites, if you think they might have an affiliate program, if you just put in, like, your order notes, like, yo, I would love to see you guys be an affiliate with CiottiFPV or something like that, maybe that would help. But, yeah, I don't know. It's tough for me to be like, hey, I have 6,000 whole subs, and they're just like, oh, yeah, you're nothing. So... yeah, the only possible way I've thought, and like Newbie Drone, for example, they've been supposed to get me on their affiliate program for like 6 months now. I think they just keep forgetting, or they're busy or whatever. But if you guys are doing a Newbie Drone order, if you can do me a favor, throw in the notes like, yo, make CiottiFPV an affiliate. He mentions you guys constantly. I would love that, because yeah, we talk about Newbie Drone stuff almost every stream at this point. And I would love to have an affiliate link for you guys over there. And I know that they have an affiliate program. James Bartholomew says, is 16 volt 100 UF capacitor big enough for a 3S tiny lifter? So 12 to 13, yes, absolutely. 100 UF is pretty small. Like, that's not much capacitance, but it's certainly better than nothing. So, like, you know, if that's the only one that you have, or if that's the only one that you can fit in the build, it's definitely better than nothing. Yeah, absolutely. Like, put it on. If you're, especially if you've got like an electrical noise problem or something like that, put it on there, see if it helps. Yeah, technically speaking, that is not a ton of capacitance, so it might not do anything, but it certainly won't like hurt anything. Capacitors, unless they like break and the legs are like, you know, making and then losing contact, you know, capacitor's never gonna hurt. So yeah, throw it on there, and better than nothing, and then away you go. Virgin FPV says, I sent 2 pics to JB and Ciotti. Alright, so Discord is open. Don't switch. Thank you, Aber. Hey, Aber, can you do me another favor? Can you send me another message so that your message is so that I have an unread message from you right now. Alright, so I'm looking in here. Where'd you put it? Did you put it in general? Imager upload. It's just a picture of Imager. Oh, you guys are... It's on... FPV therapy. Oh, cool. Hey, yeah, I haven't talked about that in a while. Over on Facebook, there's... I've created a Facebook group a long time ago called FPV Therapy. If you or anybody that you know, or if you just want to be a better human being here on Earth, because there's an awful lot of people that have a mental illness, yeah, if you want to learn more about it, see those of us that are struggling with it, what we're kind of going through, join. I would love to, I'd love to have you. I don't see the picture on FPV Therapy. The most recent picture was, unfortunately, Lance's DJI goggles getting pooped on. Starting to feel like it's vaporware. Come on, what's going on here? Alright. Cakemank says, good morning from Norway, also 4 a.m. You guys are amazing. Kenny Kobe said, or you're just broken like me and can't sleep. Kenny Kobe says, that was rad and awesome. Time to drop right after the Super Bowl. Oh, I didn't even think of that. I'm not into sports ball. So yeah, I didn't even know that the Super Bowl was on, and my girlfriend Maggie was like, yo, you want to watch the halftime show? I'm like, so there's a Super Bowl on? Oh, okay. Sports ball. 661 says they showed a whole 5 seconds of your video. LOL, I know. I think because I had copyrighted music, you can play, I think 5 seconds is the limit. You can play 5 seconds of copyrighted stuff, and YouTube won't ding you. So, I mean, that's my bad, but I'm never gonna not use copyrighted music. Because it's, you know, it just makes the... Hey, Aber, thank you. It just makes everything better. Reading the Wind with a $5 super chat. Thank you, brother. He says, what's up, CiottiFPV, and what's up, Collective? Speaking of Reed... I've shamelessly ripped that off for Mighty Car Mods. Go subscribe to their channel. That little thing is a perfect example of the fact that you can steal somebody else's stuff, and as long as it's less than 5 seconds, you get away with it. Because I've been using that for months, and I've not gotten any copyright strikes. Or maybe Marty and Moog are just the coolest guys ever, or, you know, whoever handles their YouTube stuff is the coolest person ever, and they just don't care. But yeah, MightyCarMods.com. If you're at all into cars or just good YouTube channels, get your ass over there. It's one of the best YouTube channels ever. It's been on for a long time, probably about a decade. Reading the Wind sent me a set of 4 Mamba Toka 1202 8500 kV motors. I don't know, I'm gonna just kind of keep these on hand for a little bit. I don't know what I'm gonna put them in, but I'm just, I like that I have them here. Maybe I come up with a build to put them in. If they sit around for too long, they're gonna end up in a giveaway. But Reed, thank you, dude. Very, very, very cool of you. I forget what Reed said. I don't remember if he said that he bought him by accident or just bought him and then changed his mind. Shout out to Joshua Bardwell for sending me a flight controller. I forget why he sent this. We're working on, I'm on a little team that works on his ultimate shopping list. And he had mentioned this flight controller that he got sent a bunch of, and he asked us if we wanted to test it, and the other guys said yeah, and I don't know if I said anything. I don't know if I just wasn't paying attention or what, but I don't know what this is. And I'm kind of embarrassed to feel like I'm gonna have to do it, but like I'm super embarrassed to have to, because this is like pre-production. I'm gonna have to message him and be like, hey, what's the deal with this again? It's got a whole bunch of plug headers on it. It's got 6 plug headers on it. It's got a slot. It's got an SD. Oh, I wonder if this is his. Maybe I shouldn't have shown you guys this. This might be his. This might be his flight controller. This might be the next revision of his flight controller. I bet you it is. You guys couldn't really see it all that well because the stream goes out in 720p because my computer's old. But thank you, Joshua. Very, very cool of you. And then the star of the show, the star of the goddamn show of tonight's mailbag is a box from Dan Richmond, and there was a little hint on the box. And when I got it out of the mail, this is the first thing I saw was Rossi on it. And I was like, what did Dan send me that has something to do with the Rossi? I was like, is somebody, and like the box is like this shape, and I was like, what the hell? I'm building my 5-inch glide basher rig with the red TPU. I've decided to nickname that the Rossi. If you don't know what this is in reference to, there's a sci-fi show called The Expanse on Amazon Prime that's just phenomenal. Chat told me about it, and they were so right. And I'm just hooked on it. I watched it all 5 seasons, and now I'm second time through. And the like hero ship is called the Rocinante for short. It's called the Rossi. And the ship is like kind of silver and red, and then with blue, a blue, engine exhaust or whatever in the back. So my one rig, I'm nicknaming the Rossi. I'm putting silver standoffs on it. It's got red TPU, and then I'm putting blue TPU in the back. And yeah, Dan, look at this, yo. Dan Richmond sends this. This is the Rossi. This is a 3D printed Rossi on like a really cool PLA stand that all kind of like goes together. I mean, like, dude, super cool. It looks like he printed it in 4 sections. It looks like section 1, section 2, section 3, section 4, and then I think he kind of glued it together. When I first took it out, I was like, oh, does it come apart? And like, oh, is there like something in? Is there like storage inside of it? And I almost broke the damn thing. It looks like he glued it together. But look at this, man. So I've got like I've got this really cool like red metallic Sharpie, and I'm gonna look at some reference pictures and draw like little squares on it and yeah, make it look a little, dude, super cool. Thank you, Dan. This is rad. I'll do it right now. I think this is gonna be a nice little home for this right up here. Be right behind my head. Can you guys even see that a little bit, right? No. Let's move it over. Move it over a little bit like that. That's the spot for it, I think. Then I can still put some tiny whoops here. Dude, super cool. Thank you, man. That's what a rad little gift for you, son. I can't wait to make it look even cooler. Look at this. I wore shorts today. It's hot as shit here in Atlanta. And look, only one of the little guns broke off the damn thing. So I'll super glue that back on, I think. He packaged it well, but USPS is vicious. Yeah, dude, thank you. That's super, super, super cool. What an awesome little gift. All right, mailbag over. What else we got going on here? Dead Chicken FPV says, Yo-Yo was fighting a whoop today and thought of you. Why did you have to fight it? What did it do to you? Why so angry? Don't fight. Chill. I know we're all guys and like we're wired to be angry and punch stuff, but don't fight. No fighting. No fighting. It's 2022. No fighting. No fighting. Be a pacifist. Chill, Winston. Chill. Don't fight, Dead. Don't fight, Dead Chicken. No fighting. Ian Stamatic says, can you talk about the camera and VTX setup for broadcast feed from a small cinema camera? Talking about 5-inch rigs going live broadcast like at the Olympics. Ian Stamatic, have you hacked into my Instagram and have you been looking at my messages? Yesterday, I got a message from a stranger on Instagram wanting to hire me with a hell of a budget to do live broadcast. There's going to be a bicycle race in Arkansas, which is not very far from me here in Atlanta. And yeah, they want to bring me on to fly live broadcast. And initially I was like, I have no idea. And then he actually said, he was like, you know, we've done it before with Inspires using DJI's system. Would you be able to do something like that? And I was like, well, I just happened to be switching over from analog to DJI next week. So yeah, next week is going to be DJI week. I'm gonna put DJI in a bunch of rigs. Now I'm definitely going to be putting it into a bunch of rigs because by the second week of April, yeah, I need to be able to do it. I'm trying to sweet talk Joshua into letting me borrow his what the hell's it called? Smart controller. Because the smart controller will output HDMI, and the TV truck that I'm going to be flying from, that's what it needs. It needs an HDMI source. So my second set of goggles into the smart controller, HDMI out into whatever wild, you know, TV setup that they've got. And yeah, I'm going to be flying Cinewhoop and potentially 5-inch. The road's going to be closed, but there will be, you know, bicyclists and spectators somewhere. So it might just be all Cinewhoop stuff. I kind of explained the difference, and he was like, Cinewhoop sounds fantastic. He basically, he like, I really try to, I always try to over prep for cinematic gigs, although this isn't really a cinematic gig, I guess this is a live gig. I always try to over prep and really like talk through it. And we're talking back and forth, and then he's like basically all I want is like swoopy shots that nobody else can get. He's like, I just want the stuff that you FPV guys can do that is completely unique, and you know, which is just when you fly. Like when you guys fly, it's stuff that it's camera angles that nobody has ever seen before, and that's all I care about. I don't care if you go 5 miles an hour, 10 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour. And I was like, my man. So yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is just put DJI into 1 or 2 Cinesplores, or maybe a Tooth Fairy 2. Actually, I think what I'm gonna do is one Cinesplore, convert one Cinesplore over, and then build a Tooth Fairy 2 next week, with ducts, with DJI. And then the 5-inch Glide cinematic rig is gonna get DJI put into it, and the one of the test bed freestyle 5-inch rig is also gonna get DJI put into it. And I think that's it. That way I'll have 4 rigs, tons of 10 plus batteries for each setup, and I hope that I can find a safe way to fly the 5-inch rigs, because that'll be really special. You know, that'll be like really wild stuff. But if it's just Cinewhoop, that's cool too. And yeah, that'll be my best paying gig by a big amount. you know, I'm gonna put in an awful lot of hours on the prep and the setup, but I was gonna do it anyway next week. So, like, you know, it's kind of the coolest thing ever. Ian Stomatic, I am like 2 days, you know, like I'm like 24 hours into my research though, so I don't know. I don't know how to answer your questions. 24 hours ago, I didn't even, I was like, I don't know how to do it. I think it's like a specific set of gear setup that's like $1 billion. I didn't even think to do it on DJI. So I've been furiously messaging other pro pilots to get their take on it, and I've heard back from a few. So I'm just starting to learn. I'll let you know more as I learn more. But yeah, apparently a couple people now have told me, like, yeah, do it with DJI. I've been taught, the one question that I'm waiting for an answer back on is props in view. Whether or not props in view is going to be okay. Cinesplorers are going to be totally fine. They have the camera so far forward that there's no duct in view. So those are the ones that I'm probably going to be flying, so it's not too much of an issue. But on the 5-inch rigs, I asked them, like, hey, is a little bit of gray propeller in view going to be okay? If it's not, what I'm probably going to do is get in touch with Brain 3D or BMC 3D and ask them to make me a DJI camera mount that's up where the GoPro mount is. And then I can put, basically, here's one of the beautiful things about the glide frame. What I'll be able to do is 30x30 ESC, 30x30 flight controller in the middle, leave it analog, VTX, capacitor, crossfire in the rear, and then Vista up front. Or I can reverse that if I need to. But yeah, the Glide's got 3 stack locations, 3 20x20 locations, and or 2 20x20 and 1 30x30 locations. One of the many reasons the Glide is the 5-inch freestyle frame. I mean, just the 5-inch frame, to be honest, in my opinion. So yeah, if they're really sensitive about props in view, I'll put the DJI camera up top, and that'll push the props in view down to the very bottom corners, where you really don't notice them. I hope that's not the case. I hope they don't care about props in view on the rig that I might not even fly. Because yeah, that way it's just, you know, it's just the FPV cam, and I'll actually throw the GoPro on there and get some HD footage and give that to them afterwards and use it for myself. That would really be ideal. So my fingers are crossed there. Wild timing that you ask me that right now, Ian Stomatic. Morton Upshot says, what were you flying in the opening clip? 5-inch Glide. 99% of the flight footage that you see from me is flown with my regular old 5-inch freestyle rig. It's a Glide T-motor It's all the parts down below in the description. All of the parts and pieces in the gear that I use and trust section. Grizz FPV says LMAO and she lives. Mac 282. Did you get it working, Grizz? Mac 282 with a $5 super chat. He says, question, any connections or links available for disabled people for getting into FPV? Not that I know of, Mac. What's his name? What is it? One Arm FPV? I think there's a pilot named One Arm FPV. He's really good friends with Bot Grinder. He might be a resource for you to talk to. I've never. That's a first and foremost, thanks very much for your super chat generosity. Much appreciated, Mac. Man, I don't know. Chat, what do you guys got? What do you got, chat? What connections or links or anything, any kind of info do you guys have that might help Mac 282 out? MAC 282 is his name. Tag him and let him know. Abraham says, you watch Vice Grip Garage. Scotty Kilmer, my favorite auto channels for sure. I have not heard of that one, Aber. Cheesehead FPV says, I'm new here, so what all can I ask here so far? I'm liking it. Sky's the limit, Cheesehead. I mean, you know, I'm sort of known in the FPV world as the Micro King. 4 or so years ago when I was at the very first quad camp that Rotor Riot did here in Atlanta. I power looped and Matty flipped a couple of folding tables in the loading dock of Grayson Hobby, and which all the pro pilots that were there, Oh My God, Bot Grinder, Ladrib, Stinger Swarm, Joshua, and a couple others, they were all trying to power loop it, and none of them could get it. I power looped it, and then I jokingly said, like, well, should I Matty flip it? And everybody was like, yeah, right. And then I was kind of like, well, fuck you then, I'll do it. And then I did. There's Joshua Bardwell did a video of that. I also have an edit here on my channel in the FPV edit section of that if you want to see it. It's pretty cool. It's one of the edits that I put the most amount of time into because it's like storytelling and there's subtitles and all kinds of shit. So yeah, I'm one of the bigger resources of information in terms of stuff smaller than 5-inch, but right around that same time I started flying 5-inch, and there are some pretty serious limitations with micros. 5-inch rigs just fly better. They probably always will. There's a magic to that propeller size, and 5-inch rigs have had the most R&D time over the past 6 or 7 or 8 years that FPV has existed. And yeah, I got to a certain one of the things in my list of priorities in FPV has always, like, towards the top of the list has always been be the best pilot you possibly can. And I got to sort of a limitation with micros, especially back then, because we didn't have good motors or frames or components. And I started flying 5-inch because I wanted to keep getting better as a pilot. And yeah, I've flown tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of 5-inch over the years. So I'm a pretty good resource there. What I'm not is like a super technical resource like Joshua Bardwell. You know, how do I bind this super weird, rare, or brand new radio? I'm not going to know that stuff. You know, what do you think of this bind and fly? I'm not going to know that stuff. I'm not a reviewer. I'm a cinematic FPV pilot and live streamer. That is my job. I've been doing cinematic work for a little over a year here in Atlanta. Mainly music videos, but some other stuff as well. I've worked with SOG Productions, James Christensen, who did Flow State. So yeah, one of the ways that I've described myself before that a couple people said they really liked is like kind of FPV 102. I'm not the guy that can get you started in the hobby, but I'm the guy that can help you kind of refine your builds, your flying, and stuff like that. So yeah, those like FPV 102 kind of questions, that's what I can really help you out with. You know, some tuning stuff, some really down and dirty stuff on building, you know, like the finer points of FPV. With a glass of scotch. FP, glad to have you, brother. Hope you stay. Yeah, hey, do all the YouTube things, everybody. Click the buttons, do whatever you want. FPV Tracker says, can you show how to mount the camera in the Goober canopy? What's that other small piece that's in the bag for? I have a BI camera I'm trying to install it in. It's a, first and foremost, FPV Tracker, it's a pain in the ass, all right? It's not just you, it's a pain in the ass. But it's pretty hard for me to show it, to be completely honest, because it's like, it's all up in there, but let me at least try. Let me at least try to show it to you. Let me give you this visual, though. The Goober, if you take the Goober canopy, if this is the Goober canopy, if you flip it upside down, you're going to put the... I actually have to look at it myself. Yeah, the camera goes in first, and it slots into the little slot that's in there, and then that other little piece goes down on top to hold the camera in there. But that little other piece, you got to put it on the camera first, and you got to put it like lens. That's why it's rounded. It wraps around the lens. So you drop that little weirdo piece down on the lens, and then it folds over the back, the flat part of the camera. So when it's fully assembled, this is what it looks like. This is probably the best. This is probably going to be the best way for you to kind of understand it. Logitech, I will burn you if you do not focus. Oh, you filthy whore. Hold on. You manually focus the fucking $90 webcam that can't do anything right. There you go. That's how it goes. That little loop holds the camera on, and then it just goes on there. It's super annoying, dude. Take deep breaths. Don't freak out. You'll break it. The plastic piece is very fragile. But once you have it mounted, you're good to go. It's incredibly sturdy, and it's one of my favorite mounting solutions, to be really honest with you. But it is really annoying. So just take your time, take deep breaths, and you'll get it. You'll get it, I promise. I'm not going to promise that, because it is really annoying. But I think you'll get it. I believe in you. Good luck. You're going to need it. Virgin FPV says, frame pics on your email. How'd you get my email? I don't typically share my email. I didn't know that I had my email anywhere. I think you can get at it on the, I think you can get to it through the YouTube channel. All right. Get mail. Loading. That's what she said. All right, let me open this up. Andreas, I'm gonna... All right, this is not going to show your actual email. Well, this would show Joshua's email address though. So let me double click, and that'll open it in preview. There's one. Look at that wildness. Okay, and let me back out of here and bring this over. All right, so here's my question. What problem is this trying to solve? There it is. So it's like a reverse. It's kind of a dead cat. Yeah, I'm curious as to what. Super interesting design. But yeah, my curiosity is like what does this do better than a regular regular old frame? Yeah, I mean this geometry is very, very similar to Dead Cat, right? The rear props, although in this case the rear props are pretty close together, which is interesting. But yeah, like all things considered, like this is sort of dead. This is like a combination of Dead Cat with stretched X geometry. This is like a stretched X frame that then goes Dead Cat. Very, very interesting. Yeah, I'm curious. What's the philosophy behind it? Like what is that gonna do better than any other frame? That's the $1 million question, right? Very cool. Thanks for sharing that. Everybody was freaking out wanting to see it. Hold on. Get out of here. My Windows got all messed up. There we go. Okay. YouTube did the thing. Hold on. Scrolling back up. Very cool design. I like all the I like the triangles. Come on. Scrolling back up. YouTube did the thing. There we go. Freeload Joe says 710 cap, CiottiFPV. I know what 710 means, but I do know what 710 means, but what's cap? 710 cap? Oil cap? Jason Black says you should post more outside flights. I do at the beginning and end of pretty much every single live stream, 4 to 5 live streams a week every week. I post typically outside flights. So yeah, if you want to see more of my flying, Jason, just hit any of my live streams, and in the first like 5 minutes, there's almost always an outside flight. And I do have a playlist on my channel here with like fully done FPV edits, and there's a lot of them. There's an awful lot of edits in there. I don't do like the FPV edits to me, and I'm sort of an old school FPV pilot. FPV edits to me are not just, you know, like a stick overlay and then just the regular old audio and no cuts or anything. For me, an FPV edit is like has a lot more work done to it than that. That's what FPV edits were in the early days from everyone, and that's also kind of what I fell in love with editing in the first place. I went to school, I went to college 20-ish years ago for TV radio, and sort of fell in love with the music video style. Pick a song and then find footage that fits with the mood, the feeling, the pacing of the music. That to me is what a true FPV edit is. That's just my opinion. There's, you know, people that do it the simpler, quicker way, have much bigger YouTube channels and much bigger followings. But yeah, that's just not my thing. Also, I typically don't have like one battery that's really interesting to watch. I tend to crash a lot. And yeah, when I was big into photography, shooting stills, a photographer that I really respected, one of his mottos was only show your best work. And I approach FPV edits in that same way, where, you know, when I go out and fly, I'll fly 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 batteries. If I want to show my best work, I'm going to pull the best parts out of all those different batteries, and that's going to give you, the viewer, the best thing to, you know, watch and spend your life with. So yeah, that's how I do edits. Unfortunately, doing it that way, each edit is 10 to 20 hours of work on my part. Recently, FPV actually has been doing some editing for me, which has been amazing. And yeah, so I've had a couple more edits. But yeah, that's just sort of the way that I do things. It's not the smartest way to do things, but it's what makes me unique, and it's what I want to put out into the world. I want every single edit that I put out to be like polished and awesome, and like, you know, I can watch it 10 years from now and be proud of it, rather than just dumping, you know, every single battery I've ever flown onto YouTube. Again, there's nothing wrong with that. People that do that have very successful channels, but I'm not in this to be a successful YouTuber. I want to be an FPV pilot. That is the goal for me. The YouTube channel is here to hang out with you guys. It is a steady source of income, which is great, and I've kind of fallen in love with live streaming. I've always loved live streaming. I've always loved watching live streamers. This long-form style of content I really prefer. But yeah, that's just the magic that is me. Virgin FPV says, sent the pics FPV therapy. Abraham says, Acroweebo, you in here. CiottiFPV needs affiliate link status. He's hyping your products all the time. Dalton and I have been friends for a long time. Dalton has mentioned to his bosses a bunch of times that they need to get me on the affiliate program. So, but I appreciate it, Aber. Yeah, Dalton and I have been friends for Christ. How long's it been, Dalton? 4 fucking years? My God, we met. Dalton is an old school micro guy like me. We met probably 4 years ago-ish. It was back when I was like pretty much only into micros. And yeah, he's a great cat. He gets a lot of shit because he's Newbie Jones' customer service rep. So a lot of people shit all over him all the time on the internet, which pisses me off. But it's, you know, it's customer service. Riot9 says, Virgin's pick is in Discord. Thanks, dude. Zanakis FPV says, what's your favorite 20x20 and 16x16 stacks? Thanks for the kind words, man. I don't really have... stacks never tick all the boxes. Either the flight controller sucks or the ESC sucks. Or there's just something about either one of those that's a deal breaker for me. Although T-Motor's getting pretty close. 16x16... I did one 16x16 build and it got run over by a car on the Maiden. And during the course of that build, I said words that I didn't know existed, curse words that I didn't know exist. It was just brutal to build, and it wasn't that much lighter, it wasn't that much smaller. So yeah, I don't really know. My guess is going to be that the best 16x16 stack is the Talon 16x16 stack, but don't quote me on that because I've never built it. The 16x16 stack that I built was maybe Flywoo, maybe iFlight, maybe GetBarC. I don't remember. Build 20x20. 16x16 can suck it. Maybe. I don't know. Morton Upshot says, turn the box away from the cam. You might be showing your address. Hopefully I didn't. I'm usually pretty good about not doing that. Zanakis says, isn't that his new flight controller, CiottiFPV? He mentioned it on the stream. I think it might have been. Richard says, leaked. It's the CiottiFPV flight controller. Yeah, right. It's not. It's definitely not. It's definitely not his flight controller. No, it's definitely not. No way. Halfboard says only CiottiFPV is allowed to get angry. Terminal Insanity says, grats, dude. Thank you, man. Paul McDonald says, that's awesome. T-Bird says, I have one you can use. Smart controller. We can talk later. Very cool. If Joshua says no, I will definitely bug you for that, T-Bird. Thank you. Ian Stamatic says, HDMI into a switcher box. Nathan Lynchberry says, JB said on stream he's willing to sell it. He doesn't want it anymore. That's why I thought to message him about it, Nathan. Secretly, I'm hoping that he just sends it to me and says keep it. Virgin FPV with a 2, I believe that's pound super chat. He says, sorry I didn't send. I did now on FPV therapy. Very cool, Virgin. Yeah, tell us more in the chat, man. Nathan Lynchberry says, that's a smart controller if you're reading this later. Ian Stamatic says, use the 5-inch. It's the style of footage they want. It is, but I'm not going to fly the 5-inch rig near people. It's great that they've got the closed down road. I'm bringing both. If it's safe to fly the 5-inch rig, great. If not, it'll be Cinewoop stuff, and they'll... From what he's saying, anything that I do is gonna be amazing. And here's the dirty little secret of FPV, of flying cinematic FPV for a living. Anything you do melts people's brains, and they just freak out and love you and try to use you on all subsequent projects. We move cameras around in a way that has never been done before. Like the end. And so, yeah, that's one of the really interesting things about when you start doing cinematic work is 9 times out of 10, you just go and you fart around in the sky. You just go fly freestyle in the sky. Not like hard freestyle, cinematic freestyle, but yeah, like anything you do absolutely melts their brain. Easy for me to say because I've been flying for over 5 years and I've been really working hard for that entire time to be a better pilot. I'm very harsh on myself. I watch all of my footage and just tear it apart and find every little thing that I don't absolutely love about it. So yeah, easy for me to say, but if you work really hard and if you fly a lot for a couple of years, you can be a cinematic FPV pilot, I think. Right now is an interesting time. It's still pretty niche. It's definitely niche, that's for sure. But I think twice as many people could be cinematic FPV pilots than are right now. The trick is just finding the gigs that make sense. Finding the directors that understand it, finding the creatives that can think in a way that they can incorporate the type of flying and footage that we create. So, yeah. Ian Somatic says, I'll DM you my number and let's chat about it. I've done regular live broadcasts. Oh, very cool. Very, very cool. Thank you, dude. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. T-Bird says, I don't have props in view on my glides. Really? Is the DJI camera that narrow field of view? I thought it was 150 field of view. I've got acres of prop in view on my glides. Are you flying the dead cut arms, T-Bird? Reading the Wind says, check out the natural selection big mountain competition from Jackson Hole, Wyoming. They streamed the whole event from FPV drones. I saw that, Reed. I saw that live, believe it or not, a couple of weeks ago, and I was blown away. It was not a standard FPV drone, though. I think it was a two-person rig. I'm not totally sure, but yeah, that was really, really cool to see them doing that. It might have even been an FPV, a DJI FPV drone. There was something weird about it, though. There was something like gimbally or stabilized or dual operator about it. It was not just like a regular old 5-inch rig with fixed up tilt. Freelojo says, what about Cineglide? I'll ship the full one that was Bob's. What about Cineglide? I'll ship the full one that was Bob's. If I'd read that at 10:43, it would probably make more sense, Freelojo. Can you tag me again and copy and paste that and add some more words to make me understand? Riot9 says, one left, CiottiFPV, the Russian? Yes? Imp FPV says, Ken Heron did have a one-armed guy on his channel some time ago. Nice, there you go. Demo FPV says, I'm in a wheelchair and fly. Awesome, awesome. The power of live chat board people's. So there you go. Whoever that was asking about the thing and the place, hopefully you're still here and you read that. Coil Locker says, what's up, CiottiFPV? My glide frames are so worn out, the arms no longer lock together and can shift/rotate back and forth a bit. New frame or new arms? You tell me, Coil Locker. You know what you should do? Buy a whole new frame. Just buy a whole new frame, and then you've got an extra base plate, you've got, you know, all the extra parts, which you want to have anyway. You want to have a full extra set of parts, so that when you break it, you don't have to wait for them to get shipped. So that's going to be my recommendation, is just buy a whole new frame specifically as a bag of parts, and then the first thing you do is you swap the arms and you see if that fixes the problem, because that's the easiest thing to do. And then if that doesn't fix it, you got to swap the, because it could be either the base plate could have wallowed the holes out and they could have moved out, or the arms. My guess is going to be that it's the arms, but it could totally be the base plate or even the X plate. So yeah, just buy yourself a whole new frame. They're cheap. You'll have a full set of spare parts, and then away you go. Blizzard FPV with a 5 Canadian dollar super chat. He says 5 Canadian yen. Thank you, Blizzard. Very cool of you. Scrolling. Come on. Oh no, YouTube's gonna do the thing. There it is. Scrolling back up. All right, we're gonna do the giveaways in a minute, but I gotta get caught up on chat before we do it. Full speed ahead. Look at the chat. Good lord. You guys are killing it. Come on. There we go. Danzilla the Terrible says, what Cinewhoop are you using for the bike race? Cinesplorer and Tooth Fairy 2. I'm going to put DJI into one of my Cinesplorers next week. I'm going to scratch build a Tooth Fairy 2 with the 3-inch ducted arms next week. Jason Black says, right on, man. GrizzFPV says, yes, I'm still building it out. Been busy. Wife had surgery last week, but I got you, man. Awesome. Grizz, you probably already saw him, but I sent you a couple screenshots of the and the link to the manual of the nameless thing, and now I'm throwing it away. So, yeah. Veritas Weasel says, 4 fucking years ago, I got into FPV too. GrizzFPV says, oh yeah, I've been talking to Axis Flying about some 0802 and 0803. Ooh, very cool. Very, very cool. Abraham says, as someone who is routinely shitting on newbie drone customer service, I think that's mostly because he had a bad experience before Dalton took over. He's the man, though. Restored newbie drone faith. I was only mentioning that because I just saw someone just freaking the fuck out on Facebook today, saying that newbie drone customer service was horrible and they can go burn in hell and all this shit. So that's why I was mentioning that. But yeah, Dalton's amazing, but people are insane. So, you know, people can be very unreasonable. The long and short of that situation, newbie drone shipped this person their order 4 times to try to make it right, and the person was still going ape shit, calling them assholes. And it's like, well, if they shipped it 4 times, maybe it's the shipping companies. Just a thought. Terminal Insanity says, try to get a 1080 video feed off the drone. Latency doesn't matter. Cell phone would work. They want HD video for broadcast. Give them a feed they can put on the broadcast feed. I mean, they suggested, DJI, so I feel like it's what they want. There's no other, so the only other live solutions that I've heard of are very big and very heavy, and I don't have any rigs that'll pick that up. So I don't know. But like I said, I'm still waiting to hear back from a whole bunch of pro pilots to see what they've used. So yeah, I'll learn more very soon. It's super early days right now. FPV Trucker says, thanks for the tip with the Goober Canopy. Take a deep breath and get it done. Gotta get some sleep. See you later. YouTube did the thing again. You dirty bastard. Ben Holmquist is in the chat. What's up, Ben? Friend of mine from Charleston that actually works for Red Bull. Coil Locker says, wish I could. They're out of stock. I forget what we were talking about, Coil Locker. License to Drive says, the speech you came out with, here's the dirty little secret of flying cinematic FPV for a living. Anything you do must with brains, and afterwards upload it as a separate clip. Yeah, exactly. Ben Markham says, what's up? Virtual Insanity, Terminal Insanity says they probably asked for DJI because they wanted video quality. Slim says, what's up, collective? Hey, homie. And just like that, we're caught up. All right, let's get it going here. It is giveaway time. Let's open this. That's not the right thing. It's this window. Here we go. All right, so since I'm still on the single monitor setup, this is going to be a little janky, but give me a minute. I'm going to get this all set up, and we're going to do our 4 bi-weekly giveaways. Friends, I am refreshing all of the windows to make sure that anybody that just joined Patreon is in here and good to go. All right, so you're gonna have to. All right, so we'll play. Let's play a game. Let's play a game, chat. I'm gonna put a bunch of stuff in frame of the bench cam, and the game is try to name as many of the things in the frame as possible. This will give you guys something to do in chat while I'm setting the giveaways up. All right, so here we go. There's a whole bunch of shit there, and you guys can play along and try to call out as many of the things as possible. Ready? Go. Oh, I did a terrible job of putting those in frame. What's over here? I missed this whole area. Move this over. All right, that'll give you guys something to do. Give me a couple minutes. I'm gonna get the quads. I'm gonna get the giveaways all set up here. So just bear with me. Ignore the fact that I'm only half on the screen here. I have it set up so that when I'm sitting over here at the bench, you guys can, you know, it's set up so you can see me. But when I'm at the monitor, it's here. So, oh wait, here, let me do this. Bang. There you go. All right, go ahead. Let me, here we go. Getting the giveaway set up. Here's some epidemic sounds. Or not. Why is it not playing? Hold on. Let me, I have to do this anyway. Is that not working? It's not working. Hold on. The stream's gonna pinwheel for a second. I'll be right back. There we go. Alright, now you guys got some background music. Somebody post the word donkey in chat if you can hear this. I'm sure we're fine. Alright, thanks, Demenis. And just like that, we are good to go. Hey, new patrons, does the description that I have of the different tiers and how they work make sense over on Patreon? I haven't really been explaining it live anymore because I spent some extra time to make sure that the descriptions kind of made sense. Do they? Let me know. If they don't, let me know. The Stick and Dick Fund is I'm buying one of every single stick end, M3 and M4, so that I can figure out which one is the best for me, and then I'm gonna send that entire kit of every single stick end available off to one of the top patrons, and then they're gonna do the same thing, and then they're gonna replace the one that they choose as their favorite, and then they're gonna send it to another top patron, and then bang, 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 and it's just gonna bounce around. So that's what the Stick and Dick Fund is. On the Discord channel, if you're a patron, there is a specific text channel for this little project that we're doing. So you can check that out. Let me get caught up on chat super quick. B-Man says, looks like the ingredients to slip us further into madness. Slim says, Mob Light frame, Eli's board, Meteor frame, Newbie Driven Motors House specific. Riot 9 says, nobody knows the rules for the giveaways. Plug your Patreon. Dan Richmond says, do you notice your stream was in the background of the latest bot grinder video? That's like a prestigious award. I did not notice that. That's pretty cool. Thank you for letting me know. Lewis Taylor, when you type Ciotti, type CiottiFPV, no space, and it'll light up an orange for me. Oops. Like this. If you type CiottiFPV, you don't have to put the @ in there, but if you type CiottiFPV, it lights up like that. I just happen to see my name. But yeah, if you want me to see your comment, get the FPV in there. Doesn't know from Hawaii. He uses cellular type transmitters, fly from island to island. Definitely ask him. Seems like a cool guy. Can you take a bad photo in Hawaii? Yeah, not really. Very cool. Thank you, dude. That's a good tip. Range is yeah, I don't have to worry about range because we're going to be close. But Freeloader dropping the link to Patreon. Yeah, let me know if the description on Patreon of the different giveaway tiers doesn't make sense, please. I think that it does. All right, here we go. It's time for the giveaways. All right, that's set up. First giveaway is the $5 a month tier. That is the Tiny Whoop and Toothpick tier. We've got... I have stuff in here. No matter what, you're going to get something that you can use. That's the theme for tonight's Toothpick tier. Happy Model Larva X bottom plate. Meteor 75 Beta FPV frame. Set of GemFan 3016 tri-blades, the GemFan's 4-inch Cinewoop quad blades, and GemFan's, I don't know, 75 millimeter, 1 millimeter hub bi-blade, and a PH 2.0 connector, as well as a whip antenna. Little single USB charger, and 4 Happy Model 300 mAh 1S batteries. No matter what, sometimes like people will be like, "Thanks for sending me the stuff that I won. I can't use any of it." It's hard, you know. Like I try to pick general stuff that the most people possible can use, but sometimes it's hard. No matter what, who wins this, there's going to be something in here that they can use. Here's the wheel. Here are all the names on the wheel. As long as you're active on Patreon, you're good to go. I'm going to scroll through this really fast because you guys can rewind and pause and all that good stuff. If you don't see your name on here, you kind of got to take it up with Patreon. I don't really have any control over that. But that's everybody on the list. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Goat at the ready. Let's see who wins. Somebody's gonna win a bunch of Tiny Whoops toothpick stuff, and that person's name is Blandon Ray, I think. Metal Dirtskin, congratulations. You have won. Metal Dirtskin, I believe, is on the $30 a month tier, which enters him into all 3 of these giveaways, thus him winning. Blandon Ray. I have your address. I will send you stuff. The reason why I do these giveaways through Patreon, one of the main reasons, is that Patreon forces you guys to put your address in, and then when you win, even if you're not watching the stream, I can get your address and then ship you your stuff. When I didn't do it this way, I would have tons of packages pile up with people who I couldn't get in touch with to send them their stuff. Next up is the $10 a month 3-inch micro brushless and... What was that? And tiny 3-inch micro brushless and Cinewoop tier. What just happened? Why can't I get... No! Stop it! Well, yeah, it's this! It's this! We're just gonna do it! Gator FPV! you won a HGLRC Veyron 35 frame. Congratulations, Gator FPV. Why can't I get this at... There it is. Jeez. This was the prize for that tier. Gator FPV won. Congratulations, Gator. This is a brand new. I'm gonna actually take this apart. I put this together for FPV Crate. They wanted video installation instructions. So I put this together on a stream and then sent them the raw video. This has never been flown or anything, so I'll take this apart so it'll fit better in the box. Congratulations, Gator FPV. I'm gonna write your name down in gold on the outside of this black bag. Oh boy. Looks like a 3-year-old wrote it. GATORFPV. Congratulations, Gator. Grab your address from Patreon, send you a very cool frame. Alright, let's keep ripping through these. Next up, we've got the 5-inch tier, and we've got a special one here. This was sent to me by T-Bird FPV. This is a QAVS Joshua Bardwell edition with a whole bunch of extra stuff. Look at this. It's got like 2 full sets of the hardware. I think it's actually... Oh, I was gonna break this up. I think there's 2 full set. Hold on. Hold on, please. Yeah, okay. Okay. No. All right, yeah. So this is it's at least one QAVS Joshua Bardwell edition. Is it the Joshua Bardwell edition? It's not. This is the split top plate version. Okay. Yeah. This is the split top plate version of the QAVS. I really dig this frame. This is a Ryan Harrell designed frame. Ryan's a great guy. He runs Mini Quad Test Bench. Amazing website. If there's not enough, I think this is 2 full frames, so I'm just gonna send you one. Because I actually want to build one of these, to be really honest with you. So yeah, you're gonna get one, but if for some reason there's not enough for 2 full frames in there, I'm just gonna send you everything, so you'll get some spare parts. But I think there's enough for 2 of these, and I'm gonna build one out. So yeah, this 5-inch tier giveaway is for a brand new QAVS 5-inch frame, brand new, never flown or put together. I gotta write somebody's name on it, but I gotta try to remember to dig through this. Gator FPV says respin. Really? What are the odds that Gator FPV is in here? You sure? Gator, you sure? Hold on, let me get caught up on chat for a second. I just want to make sure. Blinda Binda says, I just joined the $10 tier. Am I in the giveaways? Absolutely, Blinda. I refresh the Patreon thing right before I do it, and then everybody gets in there. As a matter of fact, yeah, you should be in there, Blinda. Lewis Taylor tagged me, but didn't say. I'm ADD trying to get it to light up still. Sorry, learning. What do you mean, Lewis? Trying to get it to light up? What are you trying to get to light up? Demenis says, is there a setting to have all your Patreon options showing by default? When the page is loaded, there's not. I really wish there was. I joined the $10 one because I thought that was the highest. LOL, I didn't see any more. Yeah, I don't like that about... It's the only thing I don't like about Patreon, Demenis. I've thought about getting rid of the $3 a month tier because of that, because then that'll show the $20 a month tier as well, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to not have like a general admission tier. So yeah, there's nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. Lewis Taylor says, I've yet to see anyone getting your handle to light up. Anybody wants to straighten me out. Getting your handle to light up? I'm so confused, Lewis. I'm probably just very dense. I'm old. Freelojo says, I was eating dinner. Did you need the frame? Which frame, Freelojo? Riot9 says, Gator FPV respin. Reading the Wind says, did you get those brass inserts for the Stand FPV Ducks figure out? Not yet. They're still sitting on the floor. I'm going to try to play around with them tomorrow. I need to do something. One of my screws stripped out already. Reed, here's what I did learn, though. Matt McConnell is who sent me the set of these that had the inserts the brass inserts pressed into them. This isn't one of the ones. This is one of the ones that he did. He did a really good job. He really got it clean in there. And I talked to him about it. He said he drilled it out a little bit. And then if you go on YouTube, there's a couple of videos showing how to do it. There is a little soldering iron tip that you can get for it. Or you can just... there's two ways you can do it. You can, if you drill it out a little bit, you can then put the brass insert into the little cup that you've made. You got to be really careful when you're drilling it out, of course. And then you can just take your regular soldering iron and just push down on the brass insert, and it'll heat it up, and then it'll push it down the last little bit, and you'll be good to go. Or you can take a nice long M2 screw. You can thread the brass insert into the screw. You can hold the screw with a pair of needle nose pliers, and then you can take a torch and light and heat the brass insert up, and then you can just really carefully take the screw with the insert and push it down into the duct. So there's a couple different ways that you can skin that cat. I'm having to do all of mine because, yeah, I've run into the same problem. I'm also waiting on Stan to get back to me about if he can maybe figure out how to press those in. But I doubt it, to be honest. GatorFPV says respin. I asked him to double check. He says, yep, here we go. The HDLRC Veyron frame is back up for grabs, and the person that's gonna win its name is... Oh, look at that at the top. The world stands with Ukraine. Good on you, Wheel of Names. Metal Dirtskin. Look at this guy winning twice tonight. Metal... Wait, no. Blendon Ray. Oh, I just wrote that on the wrong thing. All right. Oh, God. Come on, computer. You can do this. Just pull the top bar down so I can click the green bubble. Please! 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 Let me. There it is. Veritas Weasel says, is there a way I can use Veritas Weasel on Patreon without using my name? You should be able to. You should be able to just change your name on Patreon. Freelojo with a up thingy. Bob's Cineglide frame, I've put it on 20mm red standoffs. Ooh, cool. Let me see a picture of that. I've always wondered what it looks like on short standoffs. Or wait, were you... Freelojo, message me outside of here. Because I think... Did you say you wanted to send it to... I forget. Metal Dirkson says, would you hate me if I asked you to respin that one too? I have the frame, and I haven't even built it yet. No, that's totally cool, Metal. Do you want that Veyron, though? McConnell Studios in the house. He says, I have another set of those ducks. I'll drop some inserts and send along. Dude, thank you. Very, very cool. Are you not using them? They're really good. Okay, so... Metal Dirtskin wants me to respin this one. So, here we go. This is the Tiny Whoop. Wait. Which one do you want me to respin, Metal? The Tiny Whoop or the, Oh, you want me to respin... I know what you want me to respin. You want me to respin the one that we just did. Okay, we're respinning it. Let me make sure I have the right scene selected. Yo, it is hard to live stream with only one monitor. Here we go. Respinning for the Veyron frame. Removing Metal. The goat speaks. Someone wins. So help me God, if a third person asks me to respin it, I'm just gonna say no. You get your gift and you like it. Ed, I'm just gonna say Ed. Ed, congratulations. You're probably not in the chat. You have won a Veyron frame, whether you like it or not. Thanks for being a Patreon. My man, Ed. K-R-A-U S-H-A-A-R. Congratulations, brother! Okay, now we're moving on to the Joshua Bardwell frame. I don't think I've spun that one yet, right? Yeah, I didn't have a chance to spin that one yet. Joshua Bardwell, I'm sorry, not Joshua Bardwell frame, regular old QAVS. This is Ryan Harrell's design with the split top plate. The person shall win. Name person is win. Person name is John Godwin. It was almost Wham. John Godwin, congratulations. You are getting a QAVS. I'm going to write your name down, grab your address off of Patreon, and shoot it on over. JOHNGODWIN. All right, those are all of the Patreon-specific giveaways. Our fourth giveaway for the night, as always, is Super Chat and PayPal-based. How it's going to work is you can do a PayPal at CiottiFPV.com. Scroll down. There's a PayPal button. Yeah, $5 to get on the wheel once, $10 to get on the wheel twice. Yeah, PayPal, or you can do a Super Chat. If you do a Super Chat, Google's going to take 30%. That's fine. They give me the platform to stream on sometimes. Sometimes their shit don't work. But, yeah, whichever way is easier for you, here's what you're going to win. Here's what you're playing for. A set of CiottiFPV skateboard grip tape transmitter grips. He's going to custom cut them for whatever your specific radio is in whatever color you want. This is the CiottiFPV purple. It's got purple and red little flecks of fairy dust in it. It'll make you fly 15% better. Hey, look, I put the white case on my Beta FPV ELRS module, and I put the white Beta FPV antenna on it, and I shrink wrapped the antenna. I took their stupid blue shrink wrap off, and I put red shrink wrap on it. Look how good this radio looks. This is going to be the ghost radio. It's all ghosted out. It's all silver and red, and oh, it's tasty. This is going to be the backup radio soon. I'm switching everything over to this QX7S that I've pimped substantially with all black and purple stuff. Look at that. Look at that. Would you just look at it? These are the these are actually anodized CNC black little dress-up rings here. Ignore one radio having a white battery door and the other one having a black battery door. Long story. Okay, here's what's going on. This is actually a sponsor pack sent to me by GemFan for giveaways of, what are these, F4s? Yeah, 10 sets of the brand new GemFan F4S. These are the new ones. These are the S's for strong. These are not the prototype. I'm all out of the prototype ones. These are the production F4S's, the really good ones. These are the same weight as all of these ultra lightweight ethics props, but they're a little bit more durable and they make a little bit more thrust with a little bit more efficiency. GemFan just basically spends more time on the design of their propeller, and in the grand scheme of things, they just cut through the air a little bit better, and they handle the vortices on the tips of the blades a little bit better. If you have a QX7, I'm going to send you an Ethics QX7 screen protector. If you don't, then I won't, unless you want me to. Race Day Quads battery strap, your choice of either a True RC UFL CP antenna or a True RC MMCX CP antenna. Whichever one you've got, you'll get one of these. Immortal T antenna. This is just a 900 megahertz tuned SMA antenna, and your choice of a XT60 or an XT30 Vifly discharger. These are great. These are really cheap. These tiny little dischargers, they're so nice to have. Don't leave your batteries charged for more than like one night overnight. It hurts them. So yeah, a couple of different things. You know, the person that wins it is going to be in the chat, so they'll be able to pick, which is awesome. Metajutsun says, Veyron, respin for that. Awesome. NK says, thank you. Oh, wow, NK, you are in here. Very cool. All right, so the 1, 2, 3 wheels, and then this is our last wheel. All right, yeah, so $5 super chat to get on the wheel once, $10 to get on twice, or you can do PayPal. And if you do PayPal, do me a favor and type CiottiFPV into the chat and then the word PayPal. And yeah, I'll get you added. Tweet FPV, skateboard grip tape, transmitter grips, and then a bunch of this other stuff and a whole bunch of the F4S props. Let's get this shit going. Okay. All right, here we go. Ritawan Hughes, the one and only license to drive, sent a $5 PayPal over. He's going on the wheel. I'm just going to put him on the wheel as license. You guys have to look at my big dumb face this whole time because I don't want to show you guys my email. Kevin Sumner sent $50.05. Holy hell, thank you, brother. Jesus, super generous. He says, everybody's favorite motorcycle move, wheelies. Damn, Kevin, thank you, dude. Very, very, very generous. Everybody go subscribe to Kevin Sumner's channel or I'm going to stab you in your sleep. Your choice. I'll do it. I don't give a shit. We've got Daniel Anderson sending $10 over on PayPal. He says, I am Yarbs, enter me any way you want to interpret that. Oh, boy. That's not gone well. Yarbs is on the wheel 2 times, and I am disturbed. Got your email, Ian. Thank you very much. I'm gonna mark that unread. Fair warning, Ian. I am. My email is a bit of a wasteland at the moment, so it could be a couple days before I get to you. But I will certainly get to you, especially now that I marked it unread. Freelojo FPV with a $10 super chat. He says for the win. Freelojo, I'm gonna put you on the wheel. Not once, but twice. Actually, instead of you guys looking at my silly face, here, you can look at all the random shit again. Kevin Sumner says PayPal. Got it. License to drive says PayPal. Awesome. Yarb says PayPal. Great. Dirskin with a $10 super chat. He's going on the wheel 2 times. He says, can lightning strike 3 times? Baby needs a new pair of shoes. Thank you, Metal. You are on the wheel 2 times. All right. Got that. Got that. Kevin Sumner says, I only have a keyboard soldering video like 6 years ago on my channel. Well, you know, we'll guilt trip you into putting flight edits up. Slim with a $10 super chat. He says respin. So instead of putting Slim on the wheel, I'm going to put the word respin on the wheel. Thank you very much, Slim. Very cool of you. Everybody thanks Slim because you might win because of him. Steady Eddie says PayPal ×1. Awesome. And there we go. Steady Eddie is going on the wheel. Thank you, dude. All right, there we go. Hey, let's do this. Let's do this. I'll add to this giveaway. I will add to this giveaway a half-hour session of either flight instruction or build planning or what's the third thing that I do? Tuning. By the way, tuning is like I can tune your rigs for you or I can teach you how to tune. Typically, I kind of do them both. While I'm tuning your rigs for you, I tell you what I'm doing and I explain what I'm doing so that you hopefully learn enough to then go do it yourself. So yeah, I'm adding to this giveaway a half-an-hour session. That's $40. So yeah. License to Drive says when you get respin donations, maybe put XYZ said respin. Ooh, good call. I'll do you one better. I'll do you one better. How about this? How about this? Look at how just excruciatingly corny I am. I'm gonna look at this. Ready? Watch this. You guys are not gonna believe the size of my brain right now. Re-slim. Look at that. See what I did there? You guys see what I did there? You see what I did there? Do you see it? Do you see it? What I did there? Re-slit, like it's kind of like re-spin, but Slim did it. Re-slim.
諦めんなよ。諦めんなお前。どうしてそこで。
Enough of that. We already did Slam In once tonight. So yeah, there you go. I'll add that into this giveaway. Dude, I need to shave. This is out of control. This is you know it's out of control. Maggie was like, "What's going on with that there? Just gonna not shave that?" I was like, "Guess I am." I mean, well deserved. It is ridiculous. It's yeah. When I have to start pushing it sideways, it's too long. Ed K with a $5 PayPal. He's going on the wheel. Thank you, Ed. All right, you guys got 2 minutes. 2 minutes. This wheel's gonna get spun. Better hurry. Slim says very nice. Veritas Weasel with a $9.99 super chat. He says, "Did I win yet? Let's find out in a minute." Veritas, thank you, brother. Put you on the wheel once and twice. All right. If you want to get in, you better hurry. I'm gonna shut it down soon. Ed K, I got you on there, right? I'm gonna fix it, make it actually say Ed K. Kevin Sumner says that stash reminds me of the dude that played Ron 2 on Parks and Rec. Now I really have to shave it. Although I don't know, he's a pretty handsome dude. I'll probably look just like him when I grow up. Good call, by the way, License to Drive. I like that a lot. I'll forget by next week, 2 weeks from now. Steady Eddie PayPal ×1. All right, anybody? Here's the wheel. If you're not on the wheel, speak now or forever hold your penis. John Havens with a $10 super chat. He's going on the wheel. See what I did there? Forever hold your penis. Forever hold your peace. Peace, you know? Forever hold your peace. Oh, wait. I don't even have the... See what I did there? I made another funny! John Havens is going on the wheel twice. You guys ever meet somebody that shits on themselves more than me? Glenn Burnett says, every time I hear you say 1 time or 2 times, I think of Bob Marley. Coy Locker says, just PayPal. Awesome. Cool. Sorry. Whoever's... Oh, hey there. Look at the bench again. Whoever's email info I just showed. Sorry. Aaron Holocker says, let me get 2 entries. Coy Locker. Deal. Once and twice. You are on there, my friend. 30 more seconds and we spin this wheel and somebody wins a whole bunch of stuff. 1 time. 2 times. 3 times. La la la. Lewis Taylor says, CiottiFPV inspired me to revisit the micro range. 5-inch prop scared the hell out of me. That's called a healthy fear right there. OG love to build, hover test, video test, put on shelf, start next build. Worth selling? Nah, hold on to it. Once you've flown, 5-inch is a really good, come over here and talk to you guys. 5-inch is a really good benchmark. So hold on to it, and then as you build micros, when you need a sanity check of how good rigs can fly, put your 5-inch rig up in the air, and then that'll dial you back in and make you realize, oh, okay, I got to keep working on these micros to keep them to get them flying better. 5 seconds and we spin the wheel, friends. I'm gonna click get mail, make sure there's no emails waiting. I think we're good to go. Hopefully I didn't leave anybody out. I am going to close my email so that I can show my screen, and away we go. Somebody's gonna win the goats at the ready. Here we go. Wait, let's shuffle it. Somebody's gonna win a bunch of stuff. Hopefully they're still in the chat because they need to tell me which of these things that they want. It's gonna be either Ed K or Coil Locker. I think it's Ed. Oh, it's close. Ooh, Coil Locker. By a grundle hair. Oh God. That was pretty awful. Congratulations, Coil Locker. I need to know what you want. Let's, all right. So, Coil Locker, you're in the chat. You need to pick between XT30 and XT60. Which one do you want? And then you need to pick between UFL and MMCX. And then you need to tell me whether or not you have a QX7. Everything else is just like gonna get shipped to you. So let me write your name down here on the sponsor bag of Freestyle 4S propellers. Hey, Coil Locker, if you're not on Patreon as Coil Locker, I need you to message me at CiottiFPV on Instagram or Facebook with, yo, it's Coil Locker, I won tonight's giveaway for this, that, and the other. Here's my address. The big thing I need you to do is say, yo, it's me, Coil Locker, because that's what I'm writing down on the bag. Cool. Alright. There we go. Congratulate UFL. Alright, so UFL. MMCX goes back. No QX7. It's a discharger, Coil Locker. These are Vi-Fly dischargers. They're so handy. Oh my god, so handy. Veritas Weasel lost my cubic hair. Oh man, I say the most awful things. 11:51, we got a little bit of time left. If you have any questions, hurry up and get them in this chat. We are going to end pretty close to 12 because I am hungry. XT60 Coil Locker says, awesome. All right, gotcha. And then you're going to get the Crossfire Immortal T, RDQ battery strap. Oh, hey, Coil Locker, you can get in touch with TweetFPV at tweetfpv@gmail.com to tell them what radio you've got and what color you want for your skateboard grip tape, skateboard stick, transmitter things. Obnoxious, what? What's that in reference to? Look at this, I'm gonna put it all in here. Hey! And Coil Locker, yeah, also message me and give me a couple of days and times for the one-on-one session that we're gonna do. Thanks for playing, friends. McConnell Studio says, got your ducks nutted. We'll send out tomorrow. Oh, shit. Bob Noxious says, damn, doing a hover test, gonna catch it, and going to catch it in the air, bumped stick, and it comes at me. I put up my hand, and smacked it into the wall. Thought I lost my pinky, LOL. Yeah, I gotta stop hand catching, because I'm just a bad influence with it. I know hand catching is the coolest thing ever, but just don't do it. It's just stupid. Like, just don't do it. I actually I was on the most recent gig that I flew. Without thinking about it, I brought the rig back, and like everybody was standing around, and I was just like testing. And I brought the rig back and I put it into a hover and I started walking up the hill, disarmed it, caught it, walked up, like not even really thinking about it, and there was just this like, ooh, like, there must have been like 40 people around, actors and crew and shit, and and then the director that I always work with, he was like, yeah, that was pretty dope. I was like, I didn't do that on purpose, I swear. But yeah, don't hand catch. It's just asking for trouble. Coil Locker says, where's the best place to message you? Either Facebook or Instagram at CiottiFPV, whatever's easier for you. Bob Noxious says, I do it all the time in hover tests. I'm not a safe person at the bench. Here's the deal. if you're going to hand catch, you're gonna. If you're going to hand catch, you need to put the rig into a hover, not drifting a little bit and I'll catch it. No, it needs to be in a dead hover. You need to take your transmitter in your left hand with your or wherever your disarm is. You need to hold your transmitter with that hand away from your body so there's no chance of you bumping anything. You need to get your other hand, you walk under it, you put your hand under it, and then you hit the disarm switch. That way you're holding your radio like this. You're not going to bump anything. You're not going to bump this because your thumb is here, right? And then you just use your finger to disarm it. That's how you do hand catches. There is a way to do them somewhat safely. Riot 9, good call. Also, you need to make sure that your motor braking is on 100% on your ESC. I show you guys how to do that all the time. Veritas Riesel rightly says hand catching is dangerous. If your props are spinning and your sticks aren't steady, you could lose. You could lose a nut. I thought he was being serious. Dingle says, did you like the Mobula 7 1S ELRS out of the box, stock out of the box? I got one for free and I like it. It was all right, Dingles. For what I do with tiny whoops, it's not the best. But if you're gonna like fly it outside and stuff, it's probably the best tiny whoop for flying around outside. But for like hardcore indoor tight spaces freestyle, it's not the best. 65mm rigs are definitely better. But it does fly really good. I mean, it's one of the best flying tiny whoops ever. But in terms of, what I'm looking for from a tiny whoop, it's not quite right. It's just a little too heavy for what I'm looking to do. But yeah, it flies. It's crazy how good it flies out of the box, to be really honest. Bob Noxious says, don't do it sitting down listening to CiottiFPV stream and lean on the stick. Blinda Binda says, is there such thing as 5-inch ducks? There certainly are, over on stanfpv.com. He's got them for you. It is 11:56. If you've got any questions for me, you better hurry, because I'm going to chop this pretty much right at midnight. Anybody that listens to these stream, one of the benefits of joining the Patreon is you're going to get access to audio versions of all these live streams. And I am behind by quite a bit, but I did get a whole bunch more up last week, and I am going to get a bunch more up this week. I'm going to get caught back up on the audio versions of the live streams, so that you guys can listen to them as podcasts. That's one of the other benefits of joining the Patreon. Plus, you don't have to look at my big dumb face for the entire live stream. All right. What's going on here? What do we got going there? Okay. What else can I show you guys for the last couple of minutes? Oh, hey, stuff that I'm selling. I do have some things that are for sale. This is a pretty much brand new set of 2S batteries that are pH 2.0. 2S pH 2.0 batteries, GNB, 2 GNB 350s in the green, and one 300 mAh Talon FAF 80C. These green GNBs are 70C. They're all high voltage. I'm also selling two HGLRC Areola 0802 22,000 kV motors. I ordered the wrong ones. And I'm selling all this stuff is brand new. Selling a full set of 4 RC and Power 2105 3600 kV teal, blue, and pink motors. These are great Cinewhoop motors, or 4-inch motors. They would rip on a 4-inch rig, actually. I do have a 250 sitting over there. Nah, I'm going to run the Aerolite motors on that. Yeah, they're for sale. They're for sale. All this stuff is brand new. I pretty much want to get basically retail for it, but you could probably get me to drop it a couple bucks. Bob Noxious says, thanks for the stream. Got the Hybrid 2 5-inch cuts on the Source 1 frame. That's a cool setup. Demenis says, how much for the 2105s? Yeah, just, like, I would love to get retail because I accidentally bought them, but if it takes a $10 discount or a $20 discount, let me know. Message me, CiottiFPV somewhere. It's 11:59. Thanks for hanging out, friends. I love every single one of you more than the one right next to you. I threw up a Patreon post today with a bunch of Tiny Whoop motor weights. Go check that out. And I'll see you guys again on Wednesday. Here, real quick. So, Whoop Wednesday, we are going to put BT 2.0 onto these 380 mAh GNB batteries, and then we're going to put BT 2.0 onto this Mobula 7 ELRS to see if that'll help it get a little bit better. I've got the Aeolus 0802 25,000s mounted up on here. I'm going to put a different camera on it. This is a 199C version 2 board cam. I've also got this OG, really sought after OV231 camera that we're also going to try out in there. And then we're also going to try the Caddx Ant Light camera in this canopy. I moved the Mobula 7 over into a clear frame so that it would match the canopy, because, you know, if your rigs don't all match, then, you know, you're a lot more sane than I am. Maybe we'll play around with these Beta FPV 0802.8s. I left these guys out. We might even faff about with this. Oh, this is another Caddx Ant, but this is the one with the screw holes. And then there's also a Runcam Nano. Oh, this is just another Nano 4, but with the big lens. I have like a really good idea, and I'll buy something, and then I'll forget what the good idea is, and then a bunch of time will go by, and then I'll forget about it. Ooh! The big thing I'm really excited about, though, this Wednesday, is I'm going to move the Mobula 6 ELRS from 0702s to 0802s, and we're going to fly it. We're going to fly it on the 0702s, and then I'm going to pop it out of this frame and put it into this frame. That's the quickest way to do a motor swap, is to put a full set of motors in a spare frame, because then you just unplug the AIO, pop the AIO and camera up, drop it into the other frame, and you can test the other motors. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. 0702 versus 0802 on the new Mobula 6 ELRS, which is really the weapon of weapons when it comes to indoor hardcore freestyle tiny whooping. Woo! Look at that ball of hair. Good God. That's what was making the tune all upset the other day. My God. Was I flying with Chewbacca? Jeez. That's a lot of hair. So yeah, that's our little tiny whoop planning session that I put in the title of the stream and almost forgot about until the last second. I think this is from the those carpet crashes, when I kept crashing into the carpet, and then turtle moding and staying armed and being frustrated from the impossible power loop, which as it turned out actually was impossible. I did not get it under that tiny little stool on Freestyle Friday. All right, boys and girls. Hey, Metal Discon says, I got an old King Kong quad that came with that OV231 camera. It's pretty great, and it's one of the few original parts left on that quad. Yeah, that OV231 camera, I remember that was Kebab's favorite for toothpicks when he was first doing toothpicks, and then it got discontinued. So, yeah, we're going to do some fun stuff this Whoop Wednesday. We'll be here in studio number 1 at my apartment. Love you guys. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for the generosity. My name's Aaron Ciotti. Everybody calls me Ciotti. Go to my website, CiottiFPV.com, to support me, keep these live streams going, keep the lights on in this motherfucker. Head on over to Discord. There's lots of cool stuff going on there. Patrons over on Discord, check out those new tech servers, Stick Ends and Dick Ends. every FPV retailer, and we got to do a CiottiFPV Reacts. We'll do another CiottiFPV Relax. Glenn Burnett, thanks for the reminder. Yeah, hit the like button, subscribe, bell, all that shit. Do whatever you want. Love you guys. Be good. Here's some flying. Not that one. Not that one. 1.6 gig. This should be good. With some epidemic sound. Maybe. Let's see if OBS wants to cooperate. All right. Night session from Buckhead Life. Yo. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see if this is gonna work. I'll be right back. Nah, I have to quit out of OBS. I'll be right back. It's gonna pinwheel for a second. Oh yeah. I just got pregnant from this song. I hope you guys do too. Go impregnate somebody tonight, friends. Don't do that. Love you guys. See you Wednesday. There it is.